lucky were we?
Mike and I grew up in Highland.
When 3 kids from Highland picked this community to spend the rest of their lives.
Even back then, Mike was kind of a legend of the town. Everybody knew Mike. Has a winning personality.
Did I say 3?
Mike was attracted to this beautiful girl when they were quite young. Made every effort for Karen to fall in love with him. That I can tell you, he chased her. They have been together 40-some years. Just goes to show you how loyal Mike is, how loyal and loving Karen is. I think they're a wonderful match.
You'd never know it, but it hasn't always been easy. If you ask Mike and Karen, whatever life throws at you, there's always the right thing to do.
And it wasn't even planned. I mean, it's not like, hey, we've got this great big idea. Let me tell you, Mike is thankful, sincerely thankful. Karen, you are an amazing woman. I mean, you have to just be, thank God for the opportunities. This is a wonderful community we live in. He was the most perfect partner anybody could have. In all the years that we worked together, we never even had a fight. I mean, the guy is my best friend.
Best friend? A lot of people feel that way about the Leeps.
Some people are driven by power, some people are driven by greed. They are driven by love. It's pure and simple. Mike and Karen are among that small group of people whose continual vigilance about making this a good place to live for everybody pays off. Pretty amazing couple.
Both of them have very deep hearts and are always willing to reach out. Mike's absolutely self-made from $1. Truly an extrovert. It was very tough going when he was a kid. Mike never forgets any of that.
It's not just that Mike and Karen have disposable income. It's not just that they have amassed some wealth through all their hard work. They feel a calling to make sure that everybody in our community has a good opportunity.
The good Lord blesses people like Mike and Karen abundantly because they really pay it forward every day. They're doing something good for somebody. And that's hard to find.
He has a sincere interest in every person he meets, and I think that's why people know that he's there, and if he can help you, he's going to help you.
We go back business-wise, 1973, a little bitty dealership with a 2-car showroom. Mike has always been the promoter. I mean, he's always been the guy.
Here we come, walking down the street. We get the funniest looks from everyone we meet.
Mike is one of those people who make things happen, and he was going to build a car dealership business, and I don't think he ever doubted that he would make it happen.
He really commits heart and soul.
The early years were quite the struggle. Van Gurley's dad was also involved in the business. I just remember we were going through the year-end results.
We had a rough year.
And his dad said, "Boys, I'm going to tell you something. I can make more money than this by accident."
The first month that we made money, Mike said, "Hey, we're tithing." And me, little thinking, I guess you would say, was that, "Whoa, man, wait a minute. We're not black for the year. We just made some money this month." And he told me, he says, "Well, Gurley, I'll tell you what." He said, "You do with your part what you want." He said, "The right thing to do is to tithe and give this money away."
If there wasn't enough profit for the 10% to make a difference, they just gave it anyway.
That lesson right there taught me more than he'll ever know.
Mike fundamentally believes that the right thing to do pays off in the long run.
He's helped so many organizations and so many people that he just helps without anybody even knowing that he's helping them. People who are just down and out on their luck, need a break, and he helps them. It's hard to be upbeat all the time, but he is.
I envision Mike as a young child, as the 5-year-old boy who's locked in the room of manure, but he's got the biggest smile on his face, a shovel in his hand, and he's like, I know there's a pony in here somewhere. I mean, Mike is just always positive, always upbeat. It seemed like whenever he walks in a room, the room just lights up. My favorite thing Mike always says is, oh, he'll do it. And I'm like, well, Mike, are you sure? And because I've never really had a lot of luck with this individual. And, Mike's like, well, sure, he'll do it, because it's the right thing to do. And that's one of Mike's catchphrases. It's the right thing to do. And that's how he lives his life.
Sometimes I have the impression with Mike that he is sort of in awe of what he's been able to build, and there's a delight in giving that to others.
And it seems like every opportunity to do something good in this community, Mike and Karen are the first people to see it's the right thing to do.
If something's good for this community, they want to be a part of it.
And then there's no greater salespeople to let everyone else know it's the right thing to do.
They've had a huge impact, and I hope they'll stay in this community for 1,000 years.
They are people of very deep faith and incredible generosity, and you put those two things together and they're just ideal.
What is it about people who don't want any thanks? They're always the ones we want to thank the most. That's definitely Mike and Karen. Let's just say we really don't have many chances to thank them for all that they mean to this community. So thanking them right now, it's the right thing to do. Thank you, Mike and Karen. You mean the world to us. Thanking you really is the right thing to do.